Thank you. Okay, welcome to Games Revealed. I'm James and also The Brink, and I turned off the mic because you could hear me otherwise drinking my good drink. So, yeah, I haven't done a live stream in a while. I haven't done one much on this channel actually. So, yeah, today I want to talk about Steam Deck, talk about what you guys want to talk about, and just if you have questions, let me know in the chat. I will be reading off chat and saying hi and everything. This is going to be the first of many, and I have a lot of fun things planned for this channel. Yes. So, I'm not going to get everyone's name right. I'm not great with names. So, Merkel, hi from America. He's hailing from Germany. Andre, his library is getting massive. And I can, with his approval, I guess. My Steam library is just always getting super large, so I can just imagine what the verified looks like right now. I'm hoping the Steam Deck just helps with getting me through my library, right? So, yeah. Q3, we got Q2 here. That was a fun video, actually. I really liked seeing everyone's responses on the Steam Deck, or when everyone's Vomred. Okay. When everyone answered what position they are in the queue, that was pretty awesome to see. At 4 a.m. in Belgium. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I wouldn't wake up that early, but I don't know. I mean, I've been waking up a little earlier to do these videos. That's how I've been getting more and more done. Hello. Norman from Michigan. So, yeah, unfortunately, some people got, the bad news that they're in Q3 or after Q3. And that was a fun video, just to go back to that real quick. That video was fun to put out and just see everyone comment on it and just where they're at. It's a little depressing, too, because there's so many people that were expecting Q2, Q3, and then got after Q3. And after Q3, you know what that means. Oh, that's true. Kranos has not gone to bed yet. I can understand that. So, yeah. It's the thing I would say is, if you're in after Q3, I know that there's a lot of people that canceled. I wouldn't recommend canceling, to be honest. Not until it's $5. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah, could it get pushed into Q4? And then my favorite joke, Q5, which I'm horrible at jokes apparently. No, but Q1 of 2023, you could get pushed into those later quarters or, into the next year. But I would just wait, man. I would wait. I would highly recommend waiting. And even if it's just a couple more months, I would recommend waiting because you just don't know. We could see silicon, prices are just boards getting created faster, silicon getting created faster, whatever it is, I'm not saying that right, obviously. Silicon is part of the process of making boards and whatnot and these devices. But I would just wait because really you just don't know. I think Valve might have a couple of things up their sleeve. They might be releasing slowly. There could be a lot going on, or they could just screw it all up. They've done it once or twice before when they've announced that they're going to do things and then don't. But I think this is one thing that they have so much mass hysteria almost, I feel like, that I just don't see them messing up. So I definitely wouldn't recommend canceling. Like I've said, I'm in Q2 and Q3. I have 2 reservations, but technically I only have one. One's for someone else too, so I'm just taking the soonest one so that I can review it. If I had a bigger channel, if I started this sooner, I probably could have gotten a device in my hand sooner. That's what makes this content so hard, the Steam Deck content, is that I have to go and see what other people are doing and what other channels and news places are doing. And it's been a little frustrating, but at the same time, it does allow me to take this from a different point of view, so I've been enjoying it. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it too. Just let me know in the chat what your favorite video has been so far, what your favorite part of the Steam Deck's been so far. I'm always looking for looking for additional pieces of content to cover. I'm going to be covering performances, performance of battery, frame, how many frames per second, slash battery, slash just whatever else the performance part of the Steam Deck is going to be. I'm going to be covering that in the near future. I've been building up for it. I've been trying to do a lot of research because there's actually not a lot of data out there, surprisingly, at least on the news sites. There are a bunch of YouTube channels, but those are a little harder to scour and get all those readings from and all that for performance reasons. So I'm still in the middle of doing that, but I'll have an awesome video out on that, I hope, soon. So yeah, it looks like everyone here is just waiting for their Steam Deck, right? Is this just the waiting game? Are we waiting until, let's see, Q2? There's a lot of Q2s, a lot of Q3s, and one Q after Q3. And so, Wendy, I feel sorry, man. But I will say, wait, maybe it's going to be sooner than after Q3. Maybe you'll get into Q3. The first game I'm going to play. Yeah, this has been one of those devices, so I'll get into what I'm going to play first. But this is one of those devices that I've been waiting for it. I mean, day one, I sit down. I had it in my calendar because I'm not good at tracking things like that with date and times and stuff like that. So I had it in my calendar to make sure I don't even remember what time it was when the reservations went off. But I was there first thing, actually there before it, and watched, for it to tick into it and then start the process of reserving. And I had me and someone else had 2 computers doing the reservation process, and I could only get one of them into it, and it was still late enough to where I got into Q2. But I would try it since the first thing with both of them, and then my other account, or my account, I guess, got into Q3 with the 512 gigabyte version, and that one with my account just got locked out multiple times. I'm sure everyone witnessed it. When if you tried it the day of the first hour, it was like any other time where there's just a ton of people trying to reserve something, and that's what I noticed with this. So I will definitely say it was chaotic for me, but I was so happy I got it, and I've been thinking about it. I put it out of my head actually for like a couple of months because I was so excited about it, because I've been a Steam user since day one. I played Counter-Strike Source. I was a beta user on the Steam platform. I've always been a big PC and Valve fan, so this everything they've gotten, everything they've released, for the most part, I've purchased except for the Steam Machine, which I don't necessarily count that because it's more third party, but I wanted one. I just couldn't justify it. And I'm sure most people couldn't justify it. That's why it failed. So my little journey, I guess. The first game I'm going to play on it is going to probably be, I mentioned this, like I've thought about all the different games that I could play because I've changed my mind a little bit on this. And I do have a video out on this, which games I'm going to be playing first, like on day one. It's probably going to be Witcher 3, to be honest, or a Half-Life. I couldn't see myself doing anything else except those types of games because Half-Lives are my favorite. But then Witcher 3 is just going to be so good with those controls, I think, that that's going to be the perfect game for me because I mean, I've already put 200 hours into it, but it's going to be a game I want to put more time into, and it's going to be so good for the pick up and put down kind of play for me, especially since I've already beat it. So it's not like I have to witness the story, in a large amount of time. Like I don't need to sit there for 6 hours at a time to enjoy the story. I can sit down for an hour, put it down, and already, get back into the game again and know where I'm at. So definitely Witcher 3. What are the first games you guys are going to play? What is the first game you will play, you will slap down into your Steam Deck and just start going to town at? I am curious because there's so many. There's emulators. Emulators is a big one, but I'm probably going to be getting the Odin. I could get the Odin before this. I don't know. When they reserved it, I wasn't sure when, but I just know I wanted it. So if I get that first, I'll probably be doing most of my emulator playing on that. Just looking at chat. Yeah, so Windows on the deck, that will be an interesting one because I really don't know how well Windows is going to do. We'll see those. I mean, AMD's been making graphic drivers for Windows forever, so I'm sure once they release the drivers and everything for Steam Deck, it'll be fine. The technology is very similar to what's already out there, from my understanding, with the custom APU from AMD for the Steam Deck. So, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a third-party driver out there yet, and I'd be digging into the stuff more if I actually had one. But I've been trying to cover other pieces of the Steam Deck besides something like that. But that might be a good video. It's hard to do those types of videos without having hands-on experience, and so I definitely want to once I get you'll be getting a lot of different types of videos once I get that Steam Deck, for sure. Let's see. There are over 3 games out of 5 that I actually play that aren't. And this is Blue Speeder 08. Play that aren't on Linux yet. So when I get mine, at least 2 of them are compatible. I'm getting Windows for it. Yeah, it's going to be a hard thing, and like on their site, Steam Deck says, like SteamDeck.com, they claim that you can dual boot and all that, right? But I'm really confused by that term and what people are saying. It doesn't sound like you're able to dual boot with SteamOS yet, but which is weird because usually it's a BIOS kind of option where you usually, when you boot up the device, the BIOS can allow you to choose if you have multiple partitions. Now, the master partition can obviously make that decision, and so all someone has to do is go and create a custom version of the SteamOS. So once they release that, and if they don't create something that's more easily dual bootable, then does my mic sound like it's cat scratching? Let me check to see. Because to be honest, I bet you. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna fix some technical stuff. Just give me a second. Okay. Really? It sounds scratchy, huh? Interesting. Sure, it's not. How does my mic sound? Does it sound okay for you guys? It sounds like one person's. He has a good mic from his other videos, but going live was. I'm using the same mic, so I'm using this mic with my Rode, which is for podcasting and stuff like that. So I do apologize if it's having issues. I was wondering if maybe they were coming through the AirPods because those were having issues. I'll just take that off. I put those on just in case we watch something. Yeah, no. This does. It's raindrops are falling on your mic. See, I haven't changed anything, I don't think. So let's see here. I apologize, everyone. Let's reboot up this. Okay, so does that sound better then? Like, it sounds like it's better. Okay, I put these up. Okay, well, AirPods, definitely don't buy these. They're good for the MacBook, and I program on the MacBook, and I use these just because they're easy. The Mac stuff just works together, but go back. Okay, it's good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not going to put them back in. In fact, it said it wasn't using those, but I guess it was. Never know with these. Yeah, actually, you know what? It could have been interference. It's really weird, but this mic, I'm going to be getting a new mic. If you can't tell, like if I get the little, you can hear that. It sounds horrible. I do apologize that I did that, but I do plan on getting a new mic sometime soon. Because it's not a bad mic. It's just anytime I touch it, the reverb is just crazy. So it's perfect now. Awesome. It sounds like my videos, I'm assuming. Cool. Turns out definitely playing Elden Ring. So Isaiah 15:16, definitely playing Elden Ring, Farming, and Monster Hunter Rise. Hey, those are really good games on the go. I will definitely say, not a bad choice. Like Elden Ring, I'm not a big fan of those types of games, but Elden Ring's been pretty fun so far. Yeah, Windows is going to do good, but SteamOS, like Kranos is just saying Windows will do fine if you look at the other PC handhelds such as Ioneo and the GDP. I think it's going to, those do fine, and Windows will do fine. I just definitely think that SteamOS, just the way they're optimizing it, is going to be the best experience in the long run. I bet you in a year where people won't even be gaming on their Windows as much. But while they're trying to iron out things and really show these other companies that, hey, we mean business, make sure your anti-cheat software works on our device, we're going to have to wait and see what other people like Epic Games does. And I think Steam might have to show some faith by maybe not by allowing them to have their launcher on their device without and allowing people to play games off that really easy and maybe even supporting it slightly without charging them. I think that's one of the things that Epic Games is worried about, and that's one of the reasons they sell games now, is because they don't like the 30% charge that Steam has. I think it's gone down depending how much you make. So yeah, booting off the SD card for another system will be interesting. As I've been reading comments, it sounds like it's going to be a little more difficult to run something like NTFS, I believe is the file the file storage type, and we'll see. I'm curious to see if Windows is bootable off of it. I'm pretty sure you could boot Linux or maybe even SteamOS off of an SD card, but I think it's going to be a little harder to boot Windows with SteamOS just because it doesn't sound like it's compatible yet, like I was saying earlier. I think the community is going to fix that. And that's the beautiful thing about being in the Linux community, is that there's usually someone that's going to fix something. If someone wants it bad enough, they do it. And that's the beauty of the Linux. Then that is the beauty of the Linux community. And it's also the downside of the Linux community, where you have a lot of half-assed projects out there that just aren't finished yet. And so I definitely, I've programmed. So I'm a programmer, a software engineer, and I like trying new things. That's one of the reasons I do this channel, and I want the Steam Deck so bad, is I love trying new things and playing with things. And so I've done a lot of professional work on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS, and the Linux world is always kind of interesting, and it's always weird. It's always interesting to work with people and talk with people that are Linux users. And so I'll definitely say that's a weird one, but it is going to be a good world. And I think it's going to be very interesting for a lot of people to get into if you haven't gotten into the Linux world yet. Yeah. So yeah, no, Esoteric Wolf, I definitely think you're gonna have the smoothest experience. You're gonna have the best experience on SteamOS, and like a lot of the reviews have been saying, it really is a better experience almost than like the consoles. That's one of the things I caught from looking at the reviews, is that they really like the SteamOS UI and that UX experience. It's really good. And just watching the videos, I have to agree. Like, I already like Steam, like desktop mode, or big picture mode, that is. I already like it actually quite a bit when using my controllers. I think it is actually very fluid and very like informative. So if I want to go and change something, it's really not that difficult. Now, there are a couple things that could be changed on there, of course, but I definitely think if you're a console user coming over, you're going to have a good time. So definitely, for sure. Yeah, so the Fox, so he installed it on the Windows on the deck. Did he have drivers, and were they first party or third party drivers? Andre Vandel. And I do apologize if I say your name's wrong. I apologize. I'm not best with names. Hey, Just Cliff, how you doing? Yeah, no, the dbrand case is definitely one of those cases that if you can't tell, I really want to grow this channel. I've enjoyed it ever since I released, because I was doing podcasts on this, and I'm going to be moving the podcast over to another channel just to separate the content a little bit. And I do enjoy that podcast, but to be honest, because the Steam Deck picked up so quickly on this, and I was going to start doing a bunch of videos on it anyways, but the first few videos actually did really well, and I was surprised. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going all in on that. And I love gaming hardware. It's been a few years since I've really been hard into gaming hardware, so I definitely am enjoying getting back into it. And I'm a little rusty. If you haven't noticed, at times I've said a couple incorrect things in my videos, but I am going to be correcting those in future videos, of course. But yeah, I really do enjoy doing these videos for sure. And I don't know where I was going. Obviously, I lost track of what the point was. Oh yeah, and then let's see. Reserved a 512 gigabyte. Hopefully Xbox Game Pass will be playable. That would be awesome. The thing with Linux is it probably will be playable. I bet, like, I was actually referenced by someone in one of the comment sections of one of the videos that Remote Play for PlayStation 4 and 5 has a Linux version. Like someone created a third-party Linux version that sounds like works pretty good and is also on Android. So that's going to be one of the first things I install in Odin is going to be that, because the Remote Play on PlayStation is baller. It is so good. I've played a couple of games on it so far, and they've greatly improved over the years. So I am really going to be playing a lot of that. I'll probably won't set up I mean, it is better on a TV, and I do have a pretty big TV over there that I do play my PlayStation on, but there's just something about laying in bed and just, waiting till the last minute to go to work, playing on a device like that. So, yeah, there is an Android version of a third-party software to play Remote Play from your PlayStation. So, yeah, no, so Esoteric Wolf, I love making the content. I want to continue doing it. I'm going to find different outlets for you guys to let me know what kind of content you're looking for. And I also have content. If you haven't noticed, there's a couple of pieces of content that aren't Steam Deck related that I want to release, that I've been releasing. And I'm going to balance it. I have another channel, The Brink, TH3BRINK, that I'll probably be pushing a little bit more of the more opinion-y gaming pieces to, and probably stick to more structured content on this channel. And so I'll get a lot less structured on that other channel and much more structured on this channel, depending on how it works out. So I've definitely been enjoying this content, and I've been enjoying the comments, to be honest. That's been probably one of my favorite things about doing this so far, is reading comments and just seeing how happy everyone is. There's a few, and that's usually if you're after Q4 or 3 people, but I'm really, really hoping that after Q3 gets knocked into Q3 soon. Hopefully enough people cancel or don't pick up we're really early into this. It's really hard to say what it's going to look like in 2 months. It really is. I'm sure Valve has done a really good job of estimating and all that, but we don't know how many people are not going to pick up their devices. I think because some people obviously would pick it up and sell it if they had the money, but some people just aren't going to have the money. So we'll find out, I guess, soon. So Andre Vendel, gotta go. Thanks for all the videos. We'll watch the rest later. Hey, thanks, man. Thank you for stopping by. So I've been enjoying this. Yeah, no, go and sub. It's you can find other things I do. No, you're fine. Thank you for subbing. Really, I'm and I do have some plans, and I'll hit that a little bit later in this video, so make sure I don't forget that I reveal a little bit of plans that I have for the 500 level of subs, which, who knows, it could be in a couple days, it could be in a week or 2, but I do have plans for that, and it's going to be a fun giveaway that I've been planning, and it does have somewhat to involve. I'm getting into it. Let's wait. I'm so excited. So I'm sorry, and I'm going to be working with the view too, so you can't see all of me very well. I want to actually get things a little bit further out, so that it's maybe not so in your face kind of thing going on. So yeah, so if you want to find my other channels and other things that I do, like the featured channel section I just updated today, you can see that in this channel. So I have like Bunny Beats. I've been working with someone to do game music in lo-fi, and this is something I like to listen to while working, and I love that stuff. And then I also have my The Brink one, which I've done on and off for years, just streaming games. Nothing too exciting there, but I do plan on picking that one up more. Did you check the expected order date calculator website for the deck? Yes, I did, Krynos. So the video I put that I did, that was Valve or Steam updating their calculations for the queue system, whatever queue you're going to be in. They updated that. I put it in the description, actually, that you can go to that calculator. And if you go to the last button, the button on the right, this is mirrored. So on the right, you're going to get very depressed. So just take into account that that's randomized. I almost guarantee that's randomized. There's no way that's even right, because I think I got like 2047. And I might be with some of the people in after Q3 and be really sad if that was my expected date. Okay. bisexual blurred. I like that. Witcher 3 or Warcraft 3. I like that. That's StarCraft's one of those ones that I want to try too. And partially, I heard it's not great with the controller, like with the Steam controller, but I'm curious with the Steam Deck and I mean, there's also the touchscreen, so I'm curious on that. I really do like StarCraft. And so and Warcraft 3 is pretty baller. I think that would be a pretty fun one. Yeah. Rocket League is probably. I bet Rocket League is going to be so good on this. I'm not even the biggest Rocket League fan, and I'll probably play a lot of that. Rocket League is such a weird game to me. It really is. I don't understand the appeal until I start playing it every time, but it's fun. So I totally get that. Having that on the go is so cool. Esoteric Wolf got 2032. That's when, that's a little, hey, it's after Q3, so it still counts, right? Yeah, the touch, well, it's just, I'll have to get used to it because touchpads still won't, like, I've been gaming on a mouse for decades, right? And so it's one of the things I'm most used to. And so I definitely be playing on the mouse a lot. I'm just used to it. So I want to get used to the trackpads, so we'll see. So, okay, so Krynos, you've played a lot of RTS games with the Steam controller. Okay, that's good to know. I actually quite like the Steam controller, but it was just never convenient enough for me for some reason, so I never got into it, even though I have it right over there. You got Cyberpunk 2077. So when Cyberpunk comes out, like when it actually happens, you're going to be ready with your Steam Deck. Yeah. Okay. That's one thing I haven't checked yet is Humble Bundle. I'm going to remember that. I'm going to type that in real quick. Don't mind my typing, and I'll get a better mic. I'm sure this mic is not great for live streaming because I bash it all the time. Okay. That's the thing. Valve, and I've mentioned this in some of the videos, is that I think Valve is definitely going to release the Steam Deck 2 sooner than later. When they get this excited about projects, their minds just get going and they can't stop. And so I really think we're going to see a Steam Deck 2 in 2 years from now. I think 1 year is just too soon. The RDNA 3 will be out in about a year ish, potentially. Could be 2 years. I'll have to look at that map again. Excuse me. And that's all the other things I'm gonna have to try. I need to look into like release dates, because oftentimes these companies like AMD and Nvidia have timelines for what they expect when big architecture drops are coming out. So the Steam Deck 2 probably will be coming in 2 years. I can almost guarantee it. And the beautiful thing is people can get mad, but I think it's a good idea. They're going to need to iterate quickly, I think, because this first device seems a little rough. I mean, I think it blows everything else out of the water. I haven't touched it yet. I'm hoping to touch more than just the Steam Deck. I'm hoping to get my hands on an Aya Neo next, and also One X Player S1. I'm hoping to get my hands on that. So we'll see. Because I would like to do a comparison, but if it doesn't happen, at least I'll have the Steam Deck and I can do a bunch of content on that. But I definitely think the Steam Deck is just, it's priced right. That's the biggest thing. I never want to say like the Aya Neo and all these other devices aren't good, and that wasn't my comparison videos like main reason. It's just this is such a low entry for a lot of people that wouldn't normally be able to afford those types of devices. They can get into PC gaming right now. I have a lot of friends that do a lot of console gaming, and they will. Some of them do want to get back into PC gaming. It's just the barrier to entry is a little high sometimes when you get into the thousands of dollars. It's just hard to spend money on that, and so it's kind of nice to know that, hey, I could get the base model, the $399 model, to slap a 512 or 1 terabyte SD card. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold. SD card in there, and you're good to go, and you'll have tons of games to play, right? So you'll definitely, it's Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Since NVIDIA is busy with Nintendo, okay, this is from Kranos. Since NVIDIA is busy with Nintendo, I am sure AMD would want to be busy with Valve with another deck as well. AMD is, they're a little filthy. They've got their hands on a lot of different things. So AMD does the APUs for Xbox and PlayStation. And so, yeah, they're really good at it. That's why the Steam Deck was probably able to get an APU so quick. And because with the PlayStation and PlayStation and Xbox, they had been working on those chips for a while actually with AMD. This one didn't feel like it was that long, but who knows? They could have been working on it for years with them. It's just it seems like the turnaround was much quicker than other systems, and so I definitely it will be interesting. And NVIDIA's had some really good software in the past. I was actually kind of hoping that they would buy ARM just to see the differences and start seeing, and maybe even, who knows, maybe Valve will partner with NVIDIA and maybe make us two different versions. It would be interesting to see, to be honest. I don't like fracturing things. That's actually one of the reasons I don't like the Odin has 3 different versions of it. The Iron Odin, it has the Pro, the Base, and the Light, and that was my biggest gripe. Actually, it's like just the price is like $100 to $150 difference. Just either do a Light and a Pro, don't do a Base. You know, it was really weird, and I think I can't remember if the Pro and Base had the same CPU GPU architecture, but they actually might. It was weird to have like major GPU changes in those two devices. It is mobile, so it's a little different. Yeah, and just don't mind me. I get a little scatterbrained sometimes, so I'm going to be jumping around a lot, but I'm going to be keeping an eye. And if you really want to ask me something, because the chat's getting a little bit more harder to get to read through, just make sure to at me at Games Revealed, and I'll be able to know that those are for sure. I need to cover that. Yeah, so that was interesting because the RDNA 2 I think is already a little old, that architecture. By the time it's released, that's the hard part. Like, I think once they announced it, it'd already been out in the current AMD realm. And you can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I haven't done enough research into that part yet. But RDNA 3 is around the corner, and it'll be interesting to see what they really offer as opposed to now. Because RDNA 2, already the Steam Deck is pretty beastly actually, for what you get in a small little device, right? You can download Discord. Sorry, I'm reading chat right now just to see if I can grab some interesting things to talk about that you guys are interested in. Okay, I was looking to get a streaming controller recently because I never got one, and I know that they're being sold for ridiculously low prices at one point, but not that their costs cover over $150. Yeah. Okay. So get thinking about some things to ask or add, and I'll comment on it, or I'll just I will go crazy and go down a route or something like that that I want to talk about. So first off, I like doing giveaways, and so I definitely want to do a giveaway right now. I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do one now and one at the end, and I'm going to give you a choice between merch or a game, but I'm going to bring it up, I guess, later what the options on those games are, because I'm not going to just give any. I have to be careful with that too, with age with age reasons and all that. But first up, so the first giveaway, it's going to be to whoever I see answer me these riddles 3. No, what is... Oh man, now I am on spot now. I have to think about something. I didn't even think about this because I want to make this fair. I don't want to just be the first person that says Games Revealed. Oh, and by the way, this is merch that I do have up on. It's on onlysteamdeck.com /merch, I believe.
I'm gonna be moving that to Games Revealed. Like the only SteamDeck.com I started doing and thought I would want to do that, and then it got like really complicated, and so I just decided I'm gonna move that into Games Revealed because it's all kind of justice. The answer is justice. You know what? I like that answer. Yeah, so you can pick this up. It's actually a pretty cool shirt. I like it. So you know what? I'm gonna go with that. Thank you. You fixed that. I'll have something better towards the end, for you guys to try to fight over. I guess I'll be doing like, and I'm gonna be talking about what my plans are with the what my plans are with the giveaways that I'll be doing at 500 subs, and I have a whole plan for that, and I'll be doing a giveaway then too. So seriously, Tony, I'm gonna give it to you just because you made it easy on me this one time. I'll have much better contests in the future, but thank you for being preemptive. I do enjoy a little good justice in this world, so I'm definitely gonna yeah. So just yeah, there should be an email attached to this account, to the YouTube account, info at bunnystrike.com. Just go ahead and yeah, I'll be doing more giveaways at the end of this, or one more giveaway. I'll be doing more giveaways in the future. I do like doing giveaways, so yeah. So yeah, so chat's saying what? Seriously? Yeah, I'm a little sporadic like that sometimes, but I'll make it more fair in the future, and I'm gonna make it very fair with that 500 giveaway. Thanks. Basara 95, love your Steam Deck coverage. Thank you, man. I enjoy doing it. So hopefully, because it's gonna be hard to cover Steam Deck like the rest of forever, so hopefully I can find a good niche of like some gaming hardware with a little bit of game. Like I want to do some game stuff still, but like I am going to start focusing a little bit more on gaming hardware like I've been doing. I've liked it. Yeah, so I kind of hope they don't go the Steam Deck route or the Steam Deck Pro route. I kind of hope they go Steam Deck 2, 3. I don't like going the Pro route just for the sole purpose. It starts to make versioning weird, like PS4 Pro, PS4, and then you have Xbox Series, Xbox One. I don't like things getting complicated in that realm. So to get back to seriously, Tony, yeah, you can email me or you can go to gamesrevealed.com and go to the contact us and just put in a reason and just email me that way. So just make sure, I just don't want someone else taking your prize, so hopefully your email's similar. And I guess you can tell me I don't want you to, don't tell me your email, not in the private chat, not in the chat though. We'll figure a way out. And I also plan on having a Discord in the future somewhat soon, so conversations like this can be DM'd and all that. That's one of the hard things. That's one of the hard things about YouTube has been trying to chat with people in a private setting, because I think you used to be able to do that, and I actually I wish they still have that, because I would actually message people. That is, messaging was a lot easier in Steam, in YouTube. So yes, I really like to get back to the Steam Deck 2, 3 thing. Valve can't count to 3, but I will say if they do count to 3, I hope it's just spectacular. We get Left 4 Dead 3, we get Half-Life 3, we get Portal 3, and then we get the Steam Deck 3. Hopefully, maybe that's what they're doing. They're just like, we gotta have it be so big that we literally destroy the internet and gaming as it is. Because that would, like, the orange box alone was such a big deal for its time that if Valve did something again like that, that would be just, they're already breaking things, I feel like, a little bit with the gaming world with Steam Deck. eBay is going crazy. Even though there's only like 700 listings, that's still a lot of listings for the first 2 weeks of a low amount of Steam Decks that being out there, and those prices are ugly. Spelunky and listening to this, I'm really well, enjoy Spelunky. Let's see. Cyber, hey, how's it going? You're the one that recommended me to look at the Odin. I really enjoyed that. Hopefully, you didn't mind me showing your comment in the video. I after looking at that device is really killer. I really like it, and I'm super excited. And I'm really curious because you can put Windows ARM on it and run some games in like an emulated state. I'm kind of curious to see how that works. And Steam OS 3. Will be able to compete with the Steam Deck is widely available. Kranos. I think Valve sacrificed Half-Life 3 in order to focus on whoa, okay. Get it. I'm enjoying this. Let's see. Sorry, there's just the chat's moving a little bit quicker. I don't know how people do this with a lot more people in stream. Yeah, so Kranos, I think Valve sacrificed Half-Life 3 in order to focus on Steam. That's a hard one. Like Steam, the platform itself, potentially they could have easily. They had so much money they could have easily hired out additional engineers, but their process is very weird. How Valve's structured is so weird. Yeah, so I hope they didn't sacrifice Half-Life 3 because I'm a huge Half-Life fan and I don't know what I could pick if I could pick Half-Life over Steam Deck. That's a hard one. What would you pick? I'm sure most of you are going to pick Steam Deck because you're probably bigger Steam Deck fans than Half-Life fans. I'm such a big Half-Life fan. I would pick Half-Life still. I have a PC that runs my games. And yes, Steam Deck is a really like interesting piece of tech that can play games on the go. It's just I don't have a Half-Life 3. I have a Half-Life Alyx, and that was really good, and that really made me hunger for more Half-Life. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this, but this live stream is going to be about an hour long this time. We'll play around with different times, but that's about how long I can last talking, especially being sick. So, or at the tail end of being sick. Is Steam Deck close to beta software? Quinson, I don't quite get the question, but I'm gonna rephrase that. So, and take it for my own, I guess, and morph it. And SteamOS 3.0 is not available yet. You can get SteamOS 2.0, and you can get the ISO, like you can get the image of it, so you can install it on different hardware. SteamOS 3.0's image for recovery is available, but you can't get. You could potentially put it on other devices, but I have a feeling that the drivers are only. It's probably mainly drivers for the Steam Deck. I haven't tried it yet. I actually do want to get the image and just put it on my. I have a Corsair 1 over there, just waiting to have something slapped on it. In fact, I've been waiting to put the SteamOS 3.0 on that because I was going to run some benchmarks and see how Windows versus SteamOS on like 1080 Ti works. So I will be doing some videos like that. I'll be doing some like actually much more in-depth videos hardware-wise. And actually one of my first ones too is going to be on the PS Vita. I have one right here. I'm going to be modding this thing while I'm waiting for Steam Deck. I'm going to be doing a couple of more hardware pieces of like modding and whatnot. I even have a classic Xbox over there that I'm planning on modding. Hey, Jason Brooks, thanks for subbing, man. Yeah, I'm enjoying the deck content, and so I hope to continue doing this. Like, I'm definitely going to be continuing to do the deck content for a long while, so don't be afraid of that. And then as more subs come in, as the community grows, I'll learn more of like what we all like, because I'm very malleable when it comes to these types of things. I love chasing new shiny things, but I also like playing with like Steam Deck. I'm gonna be playing with that for years to come, so I'm definitely going to be doing a lot with that. Yeah, Cyber. Valve has changed my Q2 to Q after Q3, so I'm sad, but hopefully by the time I get mine, all of the kinks will be worked out. That is I really like how some of you have been really like looking at it that way. I think it's really good. It really does suck though, but really, like I said at the beginning of this, hold on to those reservations. You don't know what's going to happen in like 2 months alone. We don't know what's going to happen. We really don't know. Like either They could ramp up production, or they could have a production issue and ramp down. We don't know though, and it's $5. So I almost want to say I couldn't do this for everyone, but like I'll give you the $5 if you can't hold on. Like I don't want people to be disappointed in like 7 months and like, oh well, I just can't do, I can't get it yet, and now I kind of do want it, and I would have gotten it, but I can't get it now. It's $5, man. So yeah, so I'm sorry to hear about that, but hey, Cyber, do you have the Odin yet, or at least going to have the Odin? That's a pretty good second, actually, with the type of device that is. I actually would not be sad having that for a few months, and I was kind of hoping I would have gotten it sooner, but it looks like, I'm probably I'll probably get my Odin the same time as my Steam Deck, so I'll be doing both. I'll be doing content on both, though. I'm going to be definitely doing content, and I'm going to have a way on the website. In fact, we're gonna have to get into the like closing on what I plan on doing with the channel and all that. And I'm not changing anything drastically. I just want to improve certain pieces of it to make sure that everyone that's watching my videos often has a better experience and can voice their opinions and what they want. I'd love you to try a game called The Isle. I want to see how it runs on the deck. Kamel. Yeah, when I get the Steam Deck, man, I'll do it. I don't have one yet. I have emailed Steam and Valve a few times. We'll see if they have to have so many people emailing them. And I'm such a low creator on the totem pole of like, I've just hit 300 subs. That's the whole point of this stream, really, is to celebrate that. It's really awesome. But I just couldn't see them getting me a device yet. I even have Steamworks and I've requested it through there too, because I am working on a video game while I do this channel. But we'll see. I'm hoping to get one sooner. If I actually get one from Valve where they let me keep it, I'm going to be doing a giveaway most likely for one of my Steam Decks. So if I get a free device, I'm going to make sure someone else does, and it would probably be in some type of contest. I like doing the contests. I better make sure I remember. Seriously, Tony, man, I got to remember. Just make sure to do the website, contact us for that giveaway. I ordered mine on July 25th, and I'm Q3, says Norman. Yeah, that's not bad. And I don't. Yeah, that's not bad. Q3 is not a bad place to be. Okay, the video game I'm making. It's bunnystrike.com. Like that's actually like the company that owns Games Revealed. Technically, like I kind of started the channel to grow awareness of, or to get a community to where then I could hopefully like, oh hey, thanks for the 309th sub. The subs are kind of weird how it gets read on the YouTube Studio. I have a higher amount, like by like 8 than I do on the channel. Let's actually look at that real quick. Don't mind me. Yeah, 309. Well, thanks everyone for subbing. I'm not quitting. I'm not stopping this yet. So thanks for subbing, everyone. This has been such a fun ride, and it's going to continue to be a really fun ride. And I really want to make sure that everyone is having a good time, either with the content, and don't be afraid to tell me if the content's starting to slip or I need to do better. When I get excited about these types of things, I really do get really involved in it. And so I'm really hoping to make the content even better. So the game I'm making is part of Bunny Strike company, which technically is who owns this YouTube, which is actually just a company that I created. And so this one's going to be a space survival game that's going to be more on the lines of like trying to repair and keeping your ship afloat to then eventually repair enough of it to escape. And it's going to be a first person 1 hour game. I'm going to keep it really simple. This is going to be a prelude. And yeah, and so I'm going to be releasing a lot more when it comes to that type of stuff on the Bunny Strike YouTube, on the Bunny Strike social media and all that. So I haven't linked it to this channel yet because I need to get a little bit more solidified on what's going on with that game. But this isn't about that game. If you guys are interested in the game, I can talk about it more. But it's going to be kind of like Dead Space-esque. I really like Dead Space. I was always wanted to create a game like it. So, okay. So, now that we're getting towards the end of this, wouldn't putting SteamOS on Odin make it a Steam Deck Lite, Kranos? You know what? It's going to be interesting to see how well SteamOS supports an ARM processor. So it is ARM, by the way. It's not like it's an APU from AMD, or it's not. What's the architecture for that? I can't remember. I'm sure someone in chat knows. But the architectures are different. So ARM architecture is different than Windows X or x64, something like that. So they're not. Operating systems support it more and more, and I don't know if Linux out of the box does, like a lot of Linux flavors, but you do have to support the ARM processor, and I'm kind of curious. I'm sure will we be able to play the game on the deck? Oh, x86, yes, x86. Thank you, Bisexual, Blurred, and Norman. So the game will be playable on deck. That's actually one of the things I do plan on getting a deck for once I get closer to being done, because I do think it's a full 3D. It's first person. I'm using Unreal Engine to do it. It will have, hopefully by the time I'm done with it, be good enough for Valve to give me a Steam Deck 2. Well, actually, I'll have a Steam Deck of my own by then, so I'll make sure it works on there. Yeah, so yeah, no, I hope I get a Steam Deck sooner. Like, I really do. I know I jump around. I'm not used to having this much chat, so I'm really enjoying this. And if you can't tell, and I'm jumping around a lot, so I apologize. Basara 95, do you think Valve will release the Steam Deck with updated internals on a yearly basis? I think what they're going to push for, I honestly think that they might do a Steam Deck every year or two. I could see them doing every other year. Every year might be a little aggressive, especially since they're really not. Obviously, I think they did anticipate this big of a launch, but because the shortage is going on right now, right? I really do think that we're going to see in 6 months to see where Valve is and how good they are, and hopefully they ramp up. But yeah, I don't think they're going to do yearly. I think that's going to be very difficult. I think in a year they're going to still be trying to fulfill after Q3 potentially. Once again, I want to give you guys hope. Don't cancel reservations because we don't know, but they could be pushing into next year. Actually, if you reserve now, it pushes it into next year most likely, is at least what the calculator says. So yeah, just keep an eye on that. I think because SteamOS, once it opens up and other devices can use it, I really think we're gonna see about 2 other companies, major companies, I bet, pick it up. Guarantee it. Excuse me as I pop my neck. Like Alienware actually, they had a prototype 2 years ago. Maybe that's why Valve did this. They what was it? It was at one of the tech places. They had a really cool prototype. I loved the way it looked. It just looked, the form factor looked a little weird, but it's still, at the time, it was awesome. I could see Alienware potentially going down this route, and maybe Razer and some other company. In fact, I bet you seeing how big of a deal this is, I never even thought about this. This is actually a fairly decent video. I bet you every major company that does gaming laptops will probably make a device similar to this, that once that SteamOS 3.0 is released, they're going to take that distro. It's not fully open source from my understanding. There's a part of it that can't be, that I believe is like part of the custom APU that AMD made, but I think people will be able to Steam group to chat with. Hey, thanks, Cyber. So I really do think that's the way it's going to go. I think we're going to see a lot of copycats pop up. I think we're going to see a lot of different companies do it. All I got to warn is if Razer does it, be wary of their batteries. The batteries fail so often. So yeah, the UFO concept. Yeah, the Alienware UFO. That was the thing. I would have bought one day one, to be honest, of those things. I've always been a little wary of like the INEO and the One X player and stuff like that. They looked really cool and I wanted them, but I couldn't justify it. I already have a gaming laptop, but the Alienware, for some reason, it's because it's a brand I'm aware of. The other ones, they're kind of newer. I just didn't want to trust them. The Alienware I can trust, and they had some pretty cool concepts with that. Yeah, I'm glad to. I want to make sure also that this is a good community, and I need to get into chatting more about what the channel is going to be like. Didn't Razer have like a tablet PC console thing back in the day? Uh, they've had so many different concepts. I mean, they've had a toaster for heaven's sake, which to be honest, I actually would have. I would take a. That's about the only tech I would take right now, and hopefully that wouldn't overheat and burn my toast. Um, so the channel. Let's get into the channel. Actually, let me get into a drink first. And read chat. Yeah, so the UFO was really cool. I'll end it at that. I love that. So what I want to do with the games revealed, and it's not going to be really different than what it is now. It's going to be gaming hardware. I'll be doing some like list game content where it's like the best games of this era and emulators, or the best games to play on these emulators on this device. I'll be doing games, like I'll be mixing games into it still. It's still gonna be a gaming channel, but I'm gonna be mixing a lot of hardware into it. And I actually love that you guys came in so hard on the Steam Deck with this, because I love gaming hardware. It's it's a big passion for me, and I like that I'm able to do this type of stuff and people enjoy it. So definitely know that this channel, it's been kind of weird because this channel was supposed to be purely games, not even really touching hardware. But you guys made my dreams come true by enjoying hardware with me. So I'm going to be continuing going down that route, and anything that's really unfiltered, not structured very well, and very heavy in the games is probably going to be on my The Brink, excuse me, YouTube channel. Yeah, okay, bisexual bird. I definitely agree that the Steam Deck had detachable controllers. I do wish that. But they did go a good route of at least you can replace your joysticks. And the funny thing is, I have a Steam, or my kid uses one of our switches, and the controllers are already there. We've had it for a few years, but we've never had issues. And then now they're just, both of them are going out, a lot of drift going on. And so, yeah, and those controllers are so expensive. I wish they would sell parts to replace those thumbsticks, right? That is the plus of the Steam Deck, that you can't detach them, which sucks, because it would be kind of cool to figure out different ways to work with. I like having options, so never against it. But definitely like the way Steam Deck's going, and allowing to repair it they're really doing right by us. Really, they are. So, okay, the channel updates a little bit more. At 500 subs, I plan on doing a pretty big giveaway where it's going to span multiple pieces of content. I do have an app out on the App Store that will be hiding some of the giveaways in. I'm going to be doing a lot of hiding, and you're going to have to do some fun detective work a little bit to find the giveaways. And so, yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun with that one. And I want to do that one as a charity stream too. So, I can't really, until I reach 1,000 subs, I can't do I don't believe I can do charity stuff like that, where I can get what is it called? Like super chats and stuff like that, and potentially just put that into charities. But I do want to do at the 500 sub level, I'll find a charity and we can donate it, and I'll even match to a certain amount. So, and it's probably going to be related to Ukraine, as there's just a lot of humanitarian work that needs to be done there. So I definitely want to make sure that we take care of people out there. That's besides the point. With yeah, so a lot of changes. I'm gonna be putting all my Steam Deck stuff onto gamesreveal.com. That website is gonna be changing a little bit over time, and I'm gonna be putting more content there too. Not saying I'm recording like YouTube videos and unlisting them and putting them there only per se, but I will be doing some pages for like help me guides and stuff like that to help the community that might not be videos. So, and I also make it so that it's easier to find some videos a part of the community. But with that, I will be doing a lot of different weird things with that, and I'll have more updates on that in the future. But I also want to do a Discord, and I already have a Discord created, Games Revealed, but I haven't really fully set it up yet, so it's not ready for people to join. but I will be in the near future. And once again, I kind of want to hit that 500 subs, but if people bug me enough, I'll release it and you guys can talk to me there. Because I do want a section, like I'm going to put a section in there of like requested content, because I'm always down to like have people request things and I'll for sure go and, cover it. So, because I don't know. I like to know that I'm doing the content that people want. And I'm always going to, and don't worry, I'm always going to do the content I want to at the same time. Like I'll do both. If you haven't noticed, I do like 2 videos a day right now. With today and maybe tomorrow will be an exception because I've been sick. I haven't been able to do as much. But that's really it for the restructuring of the channel. It's not going to be really a restructure. It's just going to be, I'm going to continue doing improvements on my videos, making them a little bit more polished. I'm a little newer to this, so it's not like I have to get used to talking in certain ways and not doing ums and ands as much. But yeah, I gonna improve there hopefully. No, but at least I can do transitions and do more B-roll and stuff like that. And I think one of the best things I've done for this channel so far is I got it was really hard to pick up, but I got the new Sony Alpha Z10. I love this camera so far. So yeah, so new website, or at least a revamped website. And the website's already pretty awesome, but I want to make it more indicative of like more inclusive for content. And I'm going to have different pages that are going to be easier to roll out. And then the Discord. So a place for the community to talk and a community to talk to me. I want feedback, obviously. And so, yeah, besides that, that's it. And then, like I said, I'm going to have that like big giveaway. It's going to be really fun. So I'm going to try to make it too. Like if you bring some people, like if you invite some people, I'm going to try to make some invite giveaways too. So if someone subs and you've invited them, I want to figure out a way to gift some people that did that, because I want to grow this thing. I want to grow this thing quick and have an awesome community. And so far it's been awesome. And so you guys have really have made me super happy. I wake up and really want to do a video every day. And so I've been doing a lot of videos, and there's a reason. It's because I've been really happy and I've been enjoying it a lot. So yep. The giveaway. We're at the end. We need a giveaway. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting one. What was the title in the thumbnail? What was the word in the thumbnail of my first Steam Deck video that I did a few weeks ago? If the first person that can tell me like the wording in that thumbnail, I will give them a prize. And so that I don't mess this up, I am going to also look it up, because I've looked at it and I've already forgot. Ooh, I don't even, and just as a hint, it's the podcast one. Because that would be the first one. The first time I actually covered it. Give you a little bit more time as I look myself. I know what it is. I don't want to get it wrong. That would be embarrassing. So I need to, okay, I'll clean up these playlists. There's too many playlists. I can't even find what I'm looking for. Ooh, let's not play that. I apologize if you heard of that. Yeah, okay. I know what it is. Let's see who got it first. Okay. Crane. Yes. Yeah, so in the big words is So Steamy. I apologize. I'll do more giveaways. That was probably not the best one, because there is actually more content, I believe, in there. Because there's in the smaller words, but the bigger words are So Steamy. So, Steamy Night with the Deck. That is the title, but in the thumbnail, So Steamy is the one. So Kranos, you're gonna win either a game or a piece of merch that I'll give you options. Go to gamesrevealed.com, and there's gonna be a contact us form that you can fill out. That's how I've been doing it lately, until I have a better way of doing that, like Discord more readily set up. you're going to get some merch or a game, depending on which one you want. I am also going to be creating more pieces of merch too. Couldn't leave to go check. I'm sorry. I'm going to be, don't worry everyone. Like I'm going to be doing a lot more giveaways. So, yes, thanks Kranos for playing and getting that. And I'll be more prepared in the future, to be honest. Like I've been researching for that performance video. I've been trying to really get things together because I've been working on that for like almost a week, on and off, just trying to get articles together to do the performance side of the Steam Deck. And it's probably going to end up being a lot more content than just one video. I'm going to start losing my voice. Yeah, so I do apologize. Heck, I had to look it up too. I couldn't even remember, and it took me a second. So it was still a fun game, right? It was still fun. Someone got it. Yeah, so steamy. Kranos, you got it. Okay, so and like I said, once we hit the 500 subs or and I know like a lot of you guys have been loyal. You commented a lot in the, that's not about loyalty. That sounds weird, but you know, you've commented a lot on my videos and stuff like that. And I'll be doing more giveaways in the future. So you won't have to, like, I'm sure you'll be like, because you're so on top of things and commenting quickly, you'll probably hit one of those sooner than later. And I'll probably be doing some in the Discord too. So once I get that up and running, in fact, let's just get that going now. This is going to be the easiest thing. Let's see here. I am going to send out an invite for anyone that wants to join. I wasn't going to do this yet because it really is there's no channels yet. And so I'll be creating some channels, but let's do an invite. Let's do an invite. It's going to be permanent because I want this to be opened up to whoever wants to. Generate link. Okay, so if you want to join the Discord, there you go. It's fresh. You're going to see one person with the crown, which is me. But I'll be doing a lot of work on that. I do have a couple of other Discord channels I've run. Oh yeah, Kranos, man. Sodomite. Nice. Awesome. I'm loving to see this. Yeah, so I'll be doing more as time goes on. So no worries. I'll be doing these as we get bigger. I'll be probably doing these live streams more, and I really enjoy them and I like talking with you guys, but I want to find a couple of different ways, and I need to do research into this, like making sure that I have plenty of content to talk about during these, and also maybe not get too sidetracked. So yeah, look at that. That's awesome to see everyone that joined the Discord channel. Cool. I was not planning on that, so thank you for joining. And you know what, that just gets the whole thing started. And you can always give some suggestions. And to be honest, I'll probably need some help moderating. So if anyone's up for moderating, I'll eventually get moderator roles in there too and stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching. This is about as far as I can go. My voice is going to give out, but I'll do more of these. And you can always do requests. I'm always up for people giving suggestions, requests, always up for it. So during the day, it's a little harder for me to answer comments and Discord since I work, during the day. So I'm Mountain Standard Time from 9 to 5. I have a day job. So I'll answer when I'm on breaks and stuff like that, but I won't be able to answer all the time. I do work from home, so I try not to get distracted, but I might get distracted and get in. So, okay, that is it, everyone. Thank you for watching, and we'll do this again very soon. And guess I'll see you guys in the Discord, so I'll catch you guys later. Later!